Hello and welcome to part 2 of World Card Making Day with Barb Ryder. Hopefully you'll catch me live, but if not, you can catch the replay on Facebook, Stamp with Barb, or you can go to my YouTube channel, Barb Ryder, R-I-D-E-R. There you go. So I hope that you'll be able to join me for the next couple sessions. I have another one at 1 and another one at 3. The next class or the teaching and sharing that I have will be 1 kit 3 ways. And then at 3 o'clock, I will have a wow card. You won't want to miss that. So some of the things that you see right now are what we're going to be using in the project. And I am just getting things moved over so that everybody can find me on the Stamp with Barb Ryder group page, and we'll be ready to stamp. Now, we're going to be using the Stamparatus too, so I'm going to reveal all of this in just 1 second once I get here, and that way I can see your comments as we go along. Perfect, perfect. Okay, so what you see here, you got all this cardstock. We are going to be using 2 stamp sets. We have Happiest of Birthdays. I love this set. And Freein Fun. This set, I haven't played enough with it, but this is the one that I thought would be really cute with what I have planned on here. All right, so we're going to make multiples of the same card. Okay, we're going to be using the In Colors, Cinnamon Cider, Misty Moonlight, Just Jade, Magenta Madness. We are going to be using Rhinestones, the In Color Enamel dots that go with the beautiful In Colors, ribbons to match. We are going to use the Stampin' Right markers, which they don't get enough love, so I'm going to use those. Momento black, and of course our Stamparatus. So what I've done is I've got this on put my images on the 2 plates that come with the Stamparatus. So what I want to show you is, and I'm sorry, I don't know how I can stop this glare. I'm just going to try to do it the best I can. What I did is I cut my cardstock. Hang on. So this is going to go right up here. Put that back for a second. So I'm going to start with this one. Okay. So I cut my cardstock, which is a 3x5 Whisper White. This is 3.5 by 5.5 Cinnamon Cider. And this is a basic cardstock or base, which is 5.5 by 8.5. All right. What I did first is I decided what size I wanted this to be according to my stamps. And so I took this, placed it on here thinking, okay, how do I want this to be? So I guesstimated there. Then I took my stamps and I placed them where I wanted them to go. And so there I first stamped it onto my scrap. And then I took this little guy and I stamped him, I stamped him on there so that he's right on top of the line, so that he's sitting right on top of the wishing you the happiest of birthdays. All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to use the Momento black. One of the tricks that I want to share with you using your Stamparatus is if you take your stamps that you're working on and you put that underneath, and when you ink this up, it really helps hold that steady and not bounce your Stamparatus around. So let's see here. If you're joining me, let me know. Give me a comment. If not, you're watching the replay. Tell me that you're watching the replay. Tell me what you think. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our piece of cardstock. that is going to go right in here, and it needs to go right there is where I've measured it to be. You with the Stamparatus, you get the sponge, you get there's a it also has the base underneath. You don't want to stamp on that because it's hard to clean. So, but I'm going to lay down my cardstock here. Whisper White, this is going to go to hold the bottom. And these are will stick together really easily. So make sure you don't get them next to your other magnet here. And I am going to put this alongside here. I want to hold that in place. Okay. All right. We are going for multiples. So what we're going to do is take the Momento Black, and again, you can see a little bit over here. Make sure that you're inked up well. And when you're doing multiples, one of the things to remember is that if it doesn't stamp perfect the first time, okay, so I inked it up, stamped it down. If it doesn't stamp perfect the first time, which there's a little bit of something going on right in here, so maybe I'll ink that up a little bit more right in there. We'll just ink it up again, making sure that I tap a little stronger near that area. Okay, so just push that down. We're going to get that nice and solid. Beautiful. And then we have our little seal with his cute hat up here. Just going to ink him up. Maybe I can come down just a little bit. You can see my inking up the seal. And then this one, I've lined him right up. You know what? He doesn't look like he's going to hit there. Well, we're going to try it. We're going to pray that he hits. I'm a little, well, I already started. There we go. We're going to put him down, and he should hit right on there. Yay! All right, so there's one. So all we're going to do is move our magnets, take this over, put it aside. We're going to get our next white, and I'm just going to pull all of them out because we're going to do 4 cards, and you will not believe how fast you can do 4 cards. Once you have your cardstock cut, nothing to it, okay? So again, you can even start with the little guy if you want to ink him up first. Then come on over here and ink up your saying really quick while you have the ink right there. Push this down. We're on our second card here. Okay, second card. Hey, that stamped fabulous. Next one is our little seal that's going to be right there. Beautiful. There's 2, 3, and again, you have to just remember where you are going to place your cardstock whenever you're doing multiples, whether it's right against the sides or measuring it in between your little grid paper. And that is something you can purchase separately, is just the squares like this right here, and use that as your scrap underneath your stamping. Okay. Here we are, number 3. Bring this around, push it down. Getting a great crisp image. If you're just joining, I hope that you enjoy this segment. It is making multiples. We're going to make 4 cards in probably a half an hour, within half an hour. There we are. Okay, and I have one more. Place this right here where I want it to be. Hold that in place. Ink up my little seal. Ink up my birthday greetings. I love this set. It's called Happiest of Birthdays. Beautiful sayings in there for birthdays. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining. We're making multiples. That's the segment for this part 2 of World Card Making Day with Stamp with Barb Ryder. Looks great. Don't have to ink it again. Here we go. My little guy's gonna go on the top here. This is a great little, this is a great birthday card for someone that is just likes fun cards. Also, for a winter birthday, because this little seal has his little winter cap on. So I have cut my chamois up, and a lot of times it's easy to take that and then use it to clean right like on your direct, whoop, here I drop it, directly on your stamp here, especially if you want to come back later and do more of the same thing. All right, there we are. We are done stamping. Now the fun part about this is storing. You just pull this right out, and this can actually store right like that with your Stamparatus. Okay, now we're ready to do the next step on making multiples. And Freein Fun is where I got this little guy. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is actually we are going to use those in color markers. Let me know that you're here. If you're watching live, if this is on replay, let me know that you're watching on replay. All right, so we're not using the bumblebee. We're using these 4 right here, so I guess I'll just pull those right out. So fast coloring, super easy. Just color in this little hat. This is Magenta Madness. And I am using the brush tip end so I can cover more. Okay, and here is the fun stuff. All the loops. We are going to just color in all of the little circle loops. Just like this. Super fast card. And we're making 4 circles. That's all I'm doing. So you're going to do that with every color. Okay, whoops, don't miss one if you go back. I mean, check it all out. I got them all. Okay, there's Magenta. This is Misty Moonlight. This is a really pretty creamy kind of blue. It's not quite all the way navy, but it has that just a little bit of that creamy look to it. Oh, forget my little flufoos there. Let's see here. Here we go. There's a circle, a loop, loops and circles. That's what we're coloring in with this, making multiples. So if you are a stamper, let me know if you have the Stamparatus and how much you use it. It's one of those tools that I forget about because I just have been doing this for 20 years, and you're just so quick to just keep stamping, you know, instead of getting out a tool that will help you. There we go. Hey, I just realized I missed a part on my right here, so I got to go back and get that. Did I get them all? Okay, there is 2. Next is Just Jade, and I'm sure that you have a favorite in these in colors. Tell me which one is your favorite. Yay, thank you, Linda. I didn't see your comment until I started coloring the second one. But yes, thank you for the reminder. Yeah, you guys can see, you know, you get going here and you've just missed these little loops and circles. So I know watching me color is probably a little boring, but it's going to go really fast. Look how fast this is going. Now we also have Stampin' blends that are in the in colors. So if you prefer that, you can always use the Stampin' blends. Oops, got to do his little hat up here. There we go. And then the last one is Cinnamon Cider. This is one of the really pretty fall colors that I've been doing some cards with. Now, if you're making cards with me today, now this one I did not share the measurements, but I did share at the beginning of the live, and so you'll want to pick those up and you can make all of yours, whoops, there's the E, the same way. But this is a super easy card using in colors. It is using simple stamping and just some coloring. Okay, we are done with that. The next thing we're going to do is actually put these all together. So grab my Stampin' Seal and my silicone mat. If you don't have a silicone mat, you need one because it will resist all of the adhesives if you're working and you get off of the area a little bit. Okay? All right, so I'm going to put this together first. And here is my cinnamon cider. And I did go a little bit larger because I wanted some more of that color here. So I went a little bit larger than the normal 1/4 inch. Again, this is Whisper White. Just going to take this, fold it over, use my bone folder, and put that together. Okay? So I want you to see in this segment how fast you really can put cards together in making multiples. That's the goal here. Now this is 5.5 by 3.5. Okay, so it's just going to give me a little bit on the outside there. Okay, there's one. Let me grab all these here. How about if I do this? Let's just fold all these at the same time. And again, when you're doing multiples, the most efficient way is to do the same thing in a row till you and then go to the next thing. So, all right. Okay, here we are. Just like that. All right, so there's my bases. So that way I can just pick them up and put them down. All right, we have Misty Moonlight. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Usually that's, whoops, I didn't pull that up the right way. So we're going to glue all these down first. And this is, like I said, using the double stick adhesive, which is our Stampin' Seal. Okay, there's that one. Now we're going to go with the Just Jade again. Okay, to get that started. That's why I like the silicone too, that if the sticky doesn't come all the way up, you just rub it on here and it starts it going again. All right. I know this is kind of boring, but you guys, wait till you see the finished cards. They are cuter than cute. Now, here's another trick too. You can do this in a slimline card, and you can use that fun goat or zebra that we have in the catalog. I don't have either of those sets, but use what you have. I have Freein Fun. That's what we decided to use. All right, here we go. Now, got those pieces put together. We're going to grab the matching ribbon, and this is what you would call a monochromatic card, I guess. And all I'm going to do is tie a knot. Okay. Bring this around, tie my knot, just like that. Of course, you got to make sure that you have enough ribbon, so I had to cut a little bit extra. Make sure that I didn't have fumble fingers here. There's that. So we're just going to keep going with the same process. Like I said, efficiency is about doing the same thing together. That way you just get in the groove of whatever you're doing. So this would be tying a bow. Oh, good. I was worried it wasn't tight enough. There we go. Cut this down. Okay. Making multiples, that's what we're doing here. We use the Stamparatus. If you're just joining in, you'll want to go back and watch the replay. You can also find this on YouTube later when I get it uploaded. Barb Ryder, just look up Barb Ryder and you'll be able to find it there. Also, there we go, almost done. And the last one is the cinnamon cider, which I should not have put on here yet, and I already did. So guess what, we're gonna carefully pull that up. See, girls, there's no mistakes in stamping. You can figure it out. You know, I learned another tip too, is that if you if you do this and I'm huffing, it helps release the adhesive. That was somebody, Mary, I think you say her last name Blatcher. She's out in Washington. Anyway, that was a cool tip I had never heard before. I need to come over a little bit this way because I want that bow a little more like that. All right, come down here. All right. Look how fast this is going, you guys. I still have 10 minutes, and these are almost done. 4 cards, making multiples. All right. Now, because I pulled that up a little bit, I need to put some more adhesive there, holding that down. Beautiful. Okay. All right. Now, we're ready to put these down. So here we go. Now, you can also choose to pop them up with dimensionals if you like. I just thought this was the easiest way, and especially if you're going to put gems on your cards to mail them, it's nicer to not have everything popped up because it will mail easier and you won't get flagged or, you know, like, hey, there's too much bulk in this card and return to sender. You don't want that to happen. Again, these are 5.5, so this is just going to go right to the top and right to the bottom of my card base. There we go. Just like that. And our last one is the magenta. Get this here, and here, and here. All right. Let's get that right to the top. And there we are. Okay. Now for the final part on all 4 of these cards. Okay. There we are. So far, that's what we got. We are going to add some bling. Okay. We're going to add some rhinestones and some of our 2022 in color enamel dots. And I already have a package open here, so I'm going to use these before I go into that other package. Okay, so here we are. Make sure I get you in the screen. What we're going to do, you got to have a take your pick tool. It's one of those must-have things along with this silicone mat. And we are going to use magenta. And I'm just going to pull this one over here. So I am going to just pull these off with the sticky end, just like that. All right. And I'm just going to start placing them. And again, you want to work in odd numbers when you're doing this kind of thing. So I'm going to use 2 of those. Then I'm going to come in with the gems, and we're going to pull one here and just pull those into different places. So there's 3, 4, so we need 5, and 5 will go, where will 5 go? Let's see, let's go right there. Okay, there you are. Look at that. So cool. All right, next color is just Jade. So we're going to pull in, we're going to just copy the same thing. Again, we're making multiples. And how fast this is. Okay. And one more, and we'll do it right there. Right there. There's just Jade. Okay, next we have Misty Moonlight. Take that enamel dot, pop that over here. Second one, it's going to go right over here. And then we're going to grab more of the sparkle. And here, and one more down here. And our last color is the cinnamon cider. Goodness, get my fingers going here. Here we are. 1, 2. And these rhinestones, okay, you gotta, if you don't have rhinestones, this is one of the basic staples that you need in your bling, because if you have the Stampin' Blends, you can actually color these whatever color you want. So if you have the Stampin' Blends instead of the markers, you would be able to take your blends, color 2 of these in the color you want instead of using the enamel dots, and then you have some without, and then there you go. Okay, so it is 25 minutes. Can you believe that? 25 minutes. And I have 4 beautiful cards. Let me get some space here so you can see them all. All right, let me put all these little tools out of the way. Get you some beautiful space here so you can see all of these great cards. Look at this. I want to see if I can get them all in the view here. Oh my goodness, is this not a cute, cute card idea in making multiples? Again, you can do this by using slimline cards and using different characters on the top. You just want to get them placed on your Stamparatus so that they work out perfectly. And there you are. There you have 4 cards making multiples using the same thing in the Stamparatus. If you have any questions, please let me know. But thank you for joining. And if you're watching replay, make sure that you share that you're on replay and give me any comments if you'd like to place an order. What did I do with my little thing here? Make sure you go to barbwriterstampin'up.net. There you go. And that is where you can go and use this host code. So make sure that you go into the drawing for a free product. Anybody that uses this host code will be able to go into that drawing. This is for the whole month of October. All right. Thanks for joining, and you have a great day. Bye-bye.